So this video is to help you interact with the website Solar System Scope. We're going to go through the website, give you a couple pointers of how to navigate through it, and then we are also going to do the first line of your worksheet. So let's get started. So here we are at the Solar System Scope website. The first thing you're going to want to do is press Start, and that will take you into the simulation. Okay, and the first thing, it's going to play music, and it's going to kind of run you around different images and different things that you could possibly see. So we're going to go ahead and click to go ahead and see. And here we have a model of the solar system. So you can zoom in, zoom out. Here we have a few navigation tools. And then here at the bottom is where it has the date and time. And these are the locations right now of the planets in our solar system. So on our worksheet, if we look at it, we need to find information about the sun as well as the other 8 planets. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come over here to search, and that'll give us a nice navigation bar that we can use in order to find these different places. So the first thing on our worksheet is the sun, and this is the one that we're going to be doing together. So go ahead and click on the sun. On the right side, it's going to come up with this little picture that says Sun Explorer. And we're going to go ahead and click on that. And what that's going to bring up is allow us to visit it. So it'll zoom in. Encyclopedia, which is going to give us information about it, and then also information about its structure. So let's go ahead and visit the sun. Okay, so here we have the sun. Let's look at the encyclopedia knowledge. Now, if we come over here to our worksheet, we can see that we are going to have to find the distance from the sun, the surface temperature, the diameter, the composition of the outermost layer, and the appearance of the surface. Okay, so let me show you where you can find that information on the website. So the first thing I need to find is the distance from the sun, but here it is the sun. So we're going to just go ahead and probably put 0, or we also have some information here where it's about 1 AU from the Earth. Okay, so that's that information here. The distance, the mean distance of the sun from the Earth is approximately 149.6 million kilometers, or 1 AU on average. But it changes depending on where the Earth is in the solar system as it makes its way around the sun each year. So on your paper, you're going to go ahead and put that information 0 because it's the sun, so obviously it doesn't have a distance from the sun, or we can also put that from the Earth, it is 1 AU from the Earth. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take it back over to the the Solar System Scope website, and the other information we need to get here is the surface temperature, and I can see the surface temperature right here. It's 5,778 Kelvin, or 5,505 degrees Celsius. I'm also, during this, I'm going to go ahead and see what the diameter is, and I can see that that is 1.39 million kilometers. So that will take me back to my worksheet, and I'm going to add that information about the surface temperature. Okay, so I have it in kelvins and in degrees Celsius, and I can also answer that information about the diameter. The next ones that we're going to look at are the composition of the outermost layer and the appearance of the surface. And I can find that information here still on the encyclopedia. So the composition here is labeled composition. That's what the sun is made out of. And here it says roughly 3/4 of the sun's mass is hydrogen, with the rest mostly helium. And there are a few other heavier elements in there, such as carbon, iron, and neon. And the other information that I get here is looking at the surface. So, and some of these I can also go into the structure, and that's where you're going to be able to find some information about the outermost layer or the appearance of the surface. And it's going to give us some more information about its structure and what's going on inside the sun. So that's that information here. So with that information that we see in the structure, we can go ahead and answer these last two. The composition of the outermost layer is 3/4 hydrogen with the rest mostly helium. And the appearance of the surface, this is where you're just going to look at the surface to see. and I see that it's bright and it's also yellow and orange. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to navigate through and find the other planets, and kind of an easier way to explore this website. So once you come back to the website, you're going to have to navigate out of the sun and try to visit those other planets. So we're going to click that arrow right there. I hope we saw, so I'm going to do it again. There's an arrow here on the right side of that little panel that pops out. If we close that, what we get is the original options that we have. And what I like to do is come here and go back to solar system so that it zooms out and I get that big view of the solar system. We can do this one of two ways. You can go through and click on each planet to then explore it, or we can then go back to that search planets, and then I can go through each one and find them here. So it takes me to Mercury. Again, that little icon will pop up on the right side with its picture. Click on it, and then we can go ahead and visit, and it'll zoom in for you and get you to Mercury. And then we start here with Encyclopedia, and that'll get you onto the next row in order to fill out all the information about Mercury. Hopefully this helps. Just a quick review. Whenever you're done with getting all the information with Mercury, you looked at its structure and different things about it, click on this arrow, okay? And then go back to solar system, and that will take you back to the big picture. And when you're ready for the next planet, go to search, planets, and then find the planet that you need. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to Earth as we end here for your tutorial on how to do a solar system scope.